What up, YouTube? It's your boy Zulu Gutter. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Yeah, I was under the weather a little bit. I had heartburn. It's just about subsided. I had real bad heartburn. Ate some bad food over the weekend, and I regret it. I regret it. So I had to go ahead. I tried to push the stream back, but then I realized people is stealing. Because my stream has been setting up for a couple of days, and when I put stuff in the description, they can see it and take notes, and then go and act like they're doing something original on their streams, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way. Um, but I'm gonna try to make sure, man, I stay consistent, man. Y'all probably hear it in my voice what that heartburn did to me. Fuck me up, man. Whew. But that's what you get, man, for eating. Indulging in fried chicken. I don't eat a whole lot of fried chicken, but I indulged in it over the weekend, and I regret it. And I know better. Oh man, soul food will kill you if you're not careful. I'm to the point to where I don't think I can even eat it sparingly like that. But let's get into it. Derrick Jaxn has lied to himself, and he has lied to women. I don't know between him and Kevin Samuels who was worse. Oh, the fact of any matter, like any man pandering to women, any man, people in general, platforms, systems, anything pandering to women instead of telling them the truth is only going to end in disaster, and it's not going to get any better. Um, there's nothing else more to say other than that if you're not telling the truth, you're part of the problem, right? Now, Derrick Jaxn shows you that women will look at the prototype man and he can lie to them. And not only can he lie to them, when he does them wrong, he will be excused. They will put up with it. And this goes back to this is about to go into what I be telling y'all about how the few men causes all other men to get labeled and blamed, right? Now, we're all going to be perceived as unfaithful or the inability to maintain monogamy, right? Just as much as you get labeled for being no good or dog, all the negative things that they say about you as a black man. But Derrick Jaxn, and his characterization and his facade, it always catches up with you. What's done in darkness comes in light. You cannot portray something that you're not. It just doesn't work like that. And you have a lot of black men um, that's caught in the crossfire of this foolishness. Like it's amazing how the world is in reverse. Bad is good, good is bad. Good is lame, good is boring, good is a joke. Everybody makes fun of good. Pretty much. And then the dishonesty. I don't get how people can't see the dishonesty. Like you have to be brain dead to not see the dishonesty. I mean, you have to be completely brain dead, or maybe like you like the dysfunction. You well, honestly, yeah. When you get into the black culture is negative. It's very negative. There are few far in between black people doing the right thing. The majority of black culture is negative. It's very grimy, and no matter how it looks, it can even look rich and luxurious, and it's still grimy. Uh, Very low vibrational. But they're just people out here who are faking being monogamous. Not just Derrick Jaxn, not just men. There are women who can't be monogamous. And when you can't be something, just say so. Say so in the very beginning. How hard is it? I'm gonna focus on Derrick Jaxn, what we call a high value man. But just in general, if you can't be something, say so. Why lie? Why play games? Why put on a facade? And people want to call Derrick Jaxn alpha, or they want to go from a scale to beta to alpha. You need to get off that. You really do. Uh, you're just dealing with a low vibrational individual who looks the part but doesn't have the character, the spirit, the discipline, uh, and the behavior. Right now, the truth. Here's the real truth. We have profitable markets. That's what we have. And people are trying to find a lane in order to make a profit. They want to tap into these markets so that they can cash out. Okay, Derrick Jaxn cashed out. All right. Pandering to black women and lying to them is profitable. This is where Kevin Samuels comes into play. Kevin Samuels switched his audience from black men to black women because black men don't pay. He said this out of his own mouth. Now, what he tried to do was once he drew in the black woman audience, he tried to switch it up and make it seem like that he was saying stuff in favor of black men toward black women, which wasn't really the case. Okay. He was still dangling information that would at least get black women to look at the fact that, okay, what he's saying is wrapped around marriage. And see, that's where I had always drew the line because no man talking about state sanctioned marriage is in favor of a man. He is telling you to go be a slave and putting it all on the line. And he's not even associated with a prenup or non state sanctioned marriage. The distinctions were not made of the difference of each or the safeguards that can be put in place before you do all that stuff. So that was the connection, right? Again, profitable markets. Now, we know that Derrick Jaxn and a lot of men like him um, just need to be truthful and just tell women, I'm not a one woman man. They just need to say that. But when you portray yourself as monogamous and the ideal husband and the Cinderella story of a Prince Charming promoting marriage to a woman, an average woman at that, and you have your finances and your social status together, you put these women under a spell and a trance to make them support you and boost you financially. I always reference the preacher format. Put money in the offering, pay your tithes, but you get nothing in return. Same thing in the manosphere. Donations, super chats, cash apps, you don't get nothing in return. And he knew he could not promote polygyny or some type of poly lifestyle in order to draw in that female audience that would make him financially stable and free. He knew we couldn't promote that. Um, and that's just what it is. And when you portray like this monogamous image, and what else was it? Oh yeah, and then the church aspect of it. Um, get a little bit more into that, the church aspect of it, bringing God into this foolishness. They really got to stop this. Like, I hate it when people do wrong and then try to reference God or forgiveness and forgetting. Like, it's to the point to now where I am just straight up like all out. Social currency doesn't even matter to me. It's a joke to me. Social currency, social status, that shit is a joke to me. It's like you either go hard or go home for making a living for yourself. And, you really don't have to sub- subject yourself to people's perception of you, opinions of you, uh, your need to be accepted by them. But like, I give two shits. Like, shit's a joke. So you got all the way across the board just a failure, epic failure, trash. Right now, whores are among us. You have got to understand that the average person you meet is a whore or a whoremonger. There's no other way to put it. And I have never not since since I became grown, um, it's sad to say that the majority of women that I've encountered are whores, no matter how you slice it. And then you got whoremonger men that just keeps the fire burning. So truly monogamous and faithful people are caught in the crossfire. It is very sad. It is also very sad that the systems that this country has in place between dating and marriage creates this chaos. It really does. Our government ought to be ashamed of themselves for how they allowed the institution of marriage to be turned into the joke that it is. And then our media and our social environments doesn't tell the truth about dating and what it does to people. It is, you guys may not like my message. It may seem boring to you, but I'm telling you the truth. We are in a society, America and the Western world is a society of whores. There's nothing that's going to be built family oriented, traditional and cultural and role based from it. It's going into a decline constantly. It's been in a decline. It's just going to continue. Pretty much, it's not hard to see. It's not hard to see at all, right? So Derrick Jaxn will even still have an excuse or a justification for why he's doing what he's doing, right? And the way that the black community is, the American culture overall is, they allow stuff to be swept under the rug. You can do bad here, and it'll be swept under the rug. People that are accountable or held accountable, you know, extends into the few people that try to do the right thing. Stuff doesn't easily get swept under the rug for them when they make mistakes. Ever since I went to Africa and came back, I just have had a disgusting taste in my mouth since I've been back on American soil. It has been all about me just working. I do not want to be bothered with foolishness. I really don't. This culture, it's disgusting. America is a failure. It's disgusting. The black community is the worst of the worst. My pro blackness only extends to little boys, being concerned with little boys and little girls and trying to help them. Uh, Hopefully, they don't grow up to bad habits that the older generation has taken upon themselves and destroyed blackness in the black community. Uh, and they won't be subject to destructive women of the black community. The most weaponized and dangerous entity on the planet has been the American black woman. The 40-year-old black woman is is just a nuclear disaster. It's just terrible. And it's not surprising that you're always going to see episodes like what's happening with Derrick Jaxn. This is going to be the reality of the black community. Lukewarm, wishy-washy, unpredictable people. Pretty much. The standards are low. And you have to the black community is producing men who, in order to be in a relationship and marriage, you have to be submissive and you have to accept being cheated on or sharing a woman while you work yourself to the grave. That's the reality of a black man trying to do the right thing in America. All the while, you get examples of like Derrick Jaxn that just don't make it no better for you. You really don't. And nobody at this point can say to me that there's hope for the black community. Nobody can advocate for the black community. You can only try to help the children and try to give them a different message. I'm a Gen Xer, and I'm here to tell you Gen X women are terrible. And I don't really too much know about the women before them, other than maybe they were like the first wave of baby mamas. But I know from Gen X women and slightly younger are horrible. I'm talking about horrible. and the men too, because again, this is a free for all. This is a free for all way of life for those generations. It's a free for all. Just do what you feel. No accountability. Make excuses. Say everybody's not perfect. All the while you're doing wrong or doing somebody else wrong. It's terrible. It is terrible. This high value man thing where it's like a high value man should be allowed to cheat. That shit don't even make sense. Where is the power in I should be allowed to cheat? I mean, I get it. Like you're trying to still, in a way, cater to a woman like she needs to give permission for you to be able to maneuver. So you're inadvertently trying to manipulate her into saying she has say so and power in that. But the reality is, like, there shouldn't be any cheating. And it doesn't make sense because you're asking the question, allowed to cheat. Well, if you're allowed to do something, you're not cheating as well. These guys say stuff that doesn't make sense at all. Okay. I am not. I got a phone call coming in. Hold on. I'm gonna let this phone call subside because I'm not answering this phone call. I got some. I'm trying to finish this stream for y'all. And then I get back up with them. All right. So let me tell this guy to text me. All right. All right. So I'm back. High value man that truly has integrity, finances, uh, he knows who he is. He can approach women and tell women what he's about. He doesn't have to hide anything. There's no reason for it. It doesn't make sense for you to be a high value man and be scared to be upfront and honest with women. It just doesn't make sense. So I don't understand. We're 2 years or more in the concept of high value man. And these guys still haven't figured out what value really is, what their worth really is, and what their power is, and what they can create for themselves. If you know you're a high value man and you know you're not a one woman man, what is the problem with creating the domestic situation you want with multiple women? What is the problem? And everybody's upfront and honest. I still don't get this. It makes absolutely no sense. And why are you taking a woman that you're not attracted to and marrying her? Again, it goes back to marketing. He did this for marketing. I know why he did it. But you're not attracted to that woman. You don't like, there are some guys out here that say they want traditional women and they really don't like traditional women. They like women that look like IG models. They like thoughts. That's what they like. I used to be caught up in that mess. I think I was about around 29, 30 years old when I started experiencing the wave of IG models. And I snapped out of it. I realized, wait a minute, like these women have no skills. They have sex appeal and they look good and they wear tight clothes and stuff, but they don't have no skills. And first and foremost, they don't even have the ability to be loyal. And then they don't have any background in cultivating a household or family. So I snapped out of it. Um, I've even stayed away from women like that for the most part, but and then also the average woman has been affected by this nonsense and propaganda that's out here. So, it's just a battlefield on all fronts. That's basically what it is. Yeah, I it's crazy that we have to keep seeing lies told to women, and then a lot of men getting blamed for what a few men do. But let them do what they want to do. Separate yourself from this foolishness. I'm separating myself from this foolishness. I seen a TikTok where a woman says good men have been lied to so much that now they just go to work and ignore people. They ignore women, and that's where I'm at. I only talk to my lady in Africa. I have no desire to engage a Western woman. It's just not feasible for me. It's not. Uh, I go to work and I go home. I go to the gym. Um, that's it. I'm not interested in nothing else at all. I'm not interested in dealing with a Western woman who messes with dudes or believes dudes like Derrick Jaxn, and they project that off on you, and you either gotta take her trauma and being damaged, in which she's going to abuse, neglect, and mistreat you. Um, she's always going to be in contact with other men. She's going to cheat on you, and you're going to be labeled too nice and boring for doing the right thing. Like, I have no desire to be bothered with that. I really don't. And when you tell them the truth, they rather hear lies. You know, and it's sad. It's very sad. Some of us have integrity. Like, could I pander to women and try to make a profit? Probably could. But my whole life, I've been trained in the direction of the truth. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. Doesn't mean I haven't made mistakes, but I learned and I got better. And that's just the route I'm going. Everybody loves fake. I don't. But I'm gonna close this stream out, man. People were stealing, and y'all could probably tell, man. I still got that heartburn lingering. Uh, Still got a little soreness in the throat. It was in my chest. It moved up, so it's about over with. I should be good in another day or two. It's been going on since it started Saturday evening. It was bad yesterday. It's better today, so I should be good tomorrow. Tuesday should be good. But it's your boy Zulu Gutter. Like, share, subscribe, comment, man. And I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna talk to y'all later on tonight, man. Y'all have a good day.